Hello and welcome to the Overland Legend. I'm Alan. We were a bit nervous heading out on the weekend away in two old Land Rover Series 2As. I was driving Charlie X, my recently acquired short wheelbase that was in desperate need of a rebuild. Brian was driving the Green, our old family long wheelbase that hadn't been out for a proper drive in more than 10 years. The destination was Wilemsrus campsite in Dinokeng Game Reserve. Despite growing up in these vehicles, it had been ages since we had gone on a trip, probably decades. We did the basic checks a few days before, but we still ended up having some surprises. Dinokeng is derived from the language of the Tswana and Bapedi people and is translated as the place of rivers. It's a Big 5 game reserve in Gauteng, a province of South Africa. Accessibility is great, being one of the closest game reserves, just a 40-minute drive north from Pretoria or 75 minutes from OR Tambo and Johannesburg. It's a relatively new reserve and was established in 2011, covering an area of 21,000 hectares. I'd planned to pack everything the day before, but instead this happened. So this little expedition for this weekend is not starting out well. I picked up this Landie yesterday, and I mean this is my old Series 2A that I got a while ago, and I haven't restored it yet, so I'm just sort of using it a little bit. But yeah, things are catching up with me now when you haven't really done anything to it. And when I got home today, I was driving back and I found the water all over the engine here, and there was a leak coming out of this pipe, so it had a little pinhole in it. Now I need to change it. So we're supposed to be leaving tomorrow, but this thing is now leaking water here, so I have to change this pipe. And so I just need to quickly do that. It's not what I wanted to do the night before, but this is the way it goes when you got an old vehicle like this and you're not maintaining it. Well, I haven't needed to maintain it yet. So, but anyway, so just trying to get this off, and some genius has put this hose clamp on here with a screw side to that side, so it's basically impossible to get it off. So I'm just hammering the thing off. I mean, it's ridiculous. I've got a new one and I'll just replace it. So that shows you how quality pipe this was. This thing just broke off the end there. After cleaning everything up, I put the replacement pipe on and left it till the morning to refill the coolant and hope for the best and no leaks. After being busy late the night before, I packed the vehicle in the morning and was surprised that I could fit everything in the back, although we did only have the basics. I picked Ewan up after school and we hit the road, meeting up with Brian along the way. Hey, this Landie is running nicely now. It even managed to overtake a few trucks. So it must be going at like 80 or 90, I don't know, the speedo is not quite accurate, so I'm not sure, but yeah, we're going at a nice speed. The last time we had this Landie out on a proper drive, I didn't have we had the roof off, so that was a bit more extreme. Now with the cab on, it's not as windy, but it is a bit more noisy, but it's all going well, so this trip is looking good. It was great fun heading out in these two Landies, and we loved the noisy, slow trip, really appreciating the experience. hour and a half later and we were entering the Dinokeng Game Reserve, and we could settle into an easy 60 km/h speed limit, which is very comfortable for these vehicles. For the last stretch we hit the dirt and we got the full series experience. The gentle symphony of coordinated rhythmic rattles and squeaks. The sun was setting as we turned off onto a small track to the campsite. This type of small track is oddly referred to in South Africa as a jeep track. The Wilemsrus campsite is fenced in as it is in the game reserve, and most of the campsites are located on the perimeter fence with beautiful shaded trees. It wasn't long before the camp was set up and we could crack open that first beer. So how many people know this trick with a beer bottle? So this one you can turn it off, but I can't seem to turn it off. So say now you couldn't turn it off and you have a Land Rover, then you automatically have a beer bottle opener, and it works like this. Perfect.
Put it this way, there will not be any doctors inside.
That evening the jackals really entertained us. The best part about camping in the bush is the mornings. And it's not because it's so peaceful and beautiful in the morning. There are two other reasons. Let's see if you can guess them. Well, the first one is a South African tradition of coffee and a rusk. And the second is the sizzling sound of bacon on the gas.
It's nothing else.
This was a Terence and Ina add-on.
But this is a good idea. You can, there's many things you can do with it. What's in here?
Fuel. It's under the seat.
We hadn't really made any specific plans for the day, but there was one priority for the day, and that was to check the Landies out. And then, of course, the obligatory picture lineup, and some more discussion about Landies.
And all the
2 engines,
and all the spare wheels on the right place.
each one's got its story.
It makes me better.
But the other thing we discovered is because
That afternoon we went for a bit of a drive further into the reserve to check it out. Even without doing any real game drives, we still managed to see some game. But some of those in our group had some really good sightings of rhino and hyena. The weather was really hot for late May, and it was hot and dusty on the way back to camp. So we decided to take advantage of that cool swimming pool. Go, let's get in.
Okay, yeah, the water isn't fresh.
Hey? The day ended with a typical bush sunset, as we had a braai and enjoyed some more chats around the campfire. We woke up to another peaceful morning, with some sleeping in and others getting an early start. Well, so here we are, Sunday morning. Had a nice few days in Dinokeng. It's been my first time here, and I really enjoy the fact that it's so close to Joburg. It's easy to get here with a driving this old series. I haven't driven one out to a camping trip for over 30 years, I think. So so it was nice and easy, and still you really feel like you're in the bush. I mean, Dinokeng is a big 5 game reserve, so it's been good. A couple of dirt roads, some tracks driving, and then just spending some time at this really nice campsite, nicely secluded, and catching up with some old Land Rover Club members and some other series members, and it's been good. So I'm just going to pack up and then we'll head back. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that episode, and hopefully as I get my renovation or restoration finished, I'm going to get out on some more trips and some more weekends with these vehicles, and I'm really looking forward to that. So that's going to be good. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.